Hello, it's me again. Yeah, welcome to Matador. We're gonna get straight into it. Well, not really. I'm gonna say a word or two. First of all, hey to my amazing coach.
Is the mic even on? Now it is. Topoloni 1, 7 7.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a bit cringy, but that's okay. So basically, we're gonna be playing El Matador, which is a Max Payne clone made by Czech developers. So it's very close to my heart. Not really. Basically, all you need to know is we're gonna spin and then we're gonna win, and there's not much else to say really. So the timer is gonna start when I skip this cutscene. So 3, 2, 1, go. So right off the bat, I'm gonna do something like this, and this is intended gameplay, by the way. No, this is like basically this game has a leap feature, just like Max Payne. You know, that signature bullet time kind of thing. And in this game, if you, for some reason, if you do a 360 while you're in that animation, it's gonna glitch out and it's gonna allow you to clip your feet through an object. I have to kill these guys to continue into the next area, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. So it's gonna clip my legs into an object, and then there's another feature in this game. For some reason, if I press the Alt key, what's gonna happen is the entire game is gonna pause basically, and any input will interrupt that pause. But what I can do is I can turn my mouse while the game is paused, and then when I unpause, it's gonna instantly turn me around. So you clearly see me here just clip through a wall, because like collision in this game is basically just a suggestion. And then the first thing that you saw me do was the big launch off of the palm, and that's because like I can get myself stuck into objects, and then the game's physics engine is trying to get me out because I'm stuck in a collision vector. Here I hit a cutscene trigger from How to Bounce, and the game is just gonna launch me. So you might imagine that some of the launches are not consistent, but fortunately a lot of them are. So now we're gonna encounter the first boss here in the prologue, and we're just gonna destroy him. So what I did there is a thing called Wrecked, Recall Ellie Kill Time, named after the guy who found it. And just from, basically this game also has a feature where you just slow down the time, even without leaping. And there, if I keep on mashing reload button, the R key, instead of reloading the weapon, Matador's just gonna start shooting all of his bullets. Like if he has them in the pockets, back, I don't know, butt, like wherever they are, they get shot. So I can instantly shoot the bosses down, which basically eliminated like the only obstacle in our way to speed. Oh, okay, actually got it. So that's one of the most inconsistent clips or boosts in the game. This is the only level. Chapter 1 is the only chapter where there's only one level, and it's a really long one, and we basically just saved like 15 minutes by going from start of the level to the end. And we are all the way at the boss, and I'm just gonna make a quick process off of him. Once again with direct, and now we get into an unskippable cutscene, which are always great. Okay, well I'm really happy I got this hotel boost first try. That's really nice. Another thing you might see me do is every time I'm midair, I keep on rolling. Now, the reason for that is because if I'm stuck in an animation, such as leaping or rolling, I'm not gonna take fall damage. So I'm not gonna die, but the game actually doesn't have any hard cap on the damage it's gonna deal to you. So if I fall down from too big of a height, I'm just gonna straight up crash the game. So that would be not really the most fortunate thing to do. Another thing to point out is I can only start rolling and chaining the rolls while I'm going upwards. So let's say if what happens is that I'm somewhere midair and I'm not rolling, I cannot start rolling anymore. But what I can do to save it is I can quick save and quick load, and then out of the quick load I can chain another action. So I'm going to be actually using that to my advantage later on in the run. So here in chapter 2, in the first level, I just clipped through a wall to like skip a bunch of fighting and running. Here we have a collision box. I didn't want a launch like this. I wanted a smaller one because I just want to get over this truck basically. There we go. That's much better. So yeah, the optimal way, if you could do a segmented run would be to get like all speedy boosts. What speedy boost is a boost that combines speed both horizontal and vertical. But those are the most inconsistent ones, and that was, for example, the hotel one where I need to go both horizontally and vertically, otherwise I'm not gonna make it over the gap. Okay, this one is a bit trickier. I use the pouch on my leg as a setup, but for some reason I'm not going through the wall. Ah, there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna land on this platform where there's like no space to walk on, but I can just slide to the end trigger like this. So that was the second level of Chapter 2, and the third level of Chapter 2 is quite something as well. So we're gonna see the game that the devs probably didn't expect you to see it that way. So I'm just gonna clip like this, and then I'm gonna go away to my planet where my people need me. Yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, it's a nice level, but it's basically over now. So you see me chaining a leap here. I do that to get some extra distance. I cannot just chain leaps because if you do 2 leaps in a row, you're most likely gonna lose height. So the best way to gain distance while you're midair is to chain a roll and then chain a leap and then chain a roll and a leap. However, what I could do is I could just quick save and quick load and then chain leaps out of that, but that's obviously RTA slow. Normally we have a load removal, so that technique is actually doable. Also, I just boosted off of our PBs. Okay, I'm gonna hit this little pole to not take fall damage. I'm gonna quick save here in case I don't make this jump. I have to leap to get extra distance, otherwise I would fall down into the abyss. And there's more roller skating, I guess. So here I'm gonna abuse the fact that I can actually leap out of a quick save and quick load. So normally I would just fall down to my death, but I'm gonna quick save and quick load, and then out of the quick load I can actually leap forwards and clip through the next wall, which is really close to the end of this level. So I just turn around, I pause, I turn around in the pause, then unpause the game and just easily clip through. Alright, so that was 3.1. Now we're entering 3.2, where we're gonna fight Toro, which can be a little bit of a... Basically that fight is a little bit of a RNG. But first I'm just gonna borrow this car for a little bit. And do my usual El Matador-ish stuff.
I have a question.
No.
Rip me.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Does this game has a difficulty mode?
No. This game runs on just one stale difficulty. And casually, it's actually a really good game. It's just that the speedrun of it is even better than the casual. Like, it's actually not that bad of a game with like a decent plot. So what you saw me there, I didn't get the perfect boost that I wanted, so I had to quick save, quick load to save it and get 2 leaps in a row. Which again, RTA lost a little bit of time, but it's not that big of a deal. So I have to jump down here to load the boss. And now if he's gonna get on the balcony, I can get a quick kill, let's see. Okay, he's on the balcony, so I should be... Nice recoil. Can you aim? Thank you. Can I shoot him from here? Okay, let me just get up closer. But yeah, I actually got the good RNG, but I messed up. So I'm just gonna kill him. And now let's watch this cutscene.
We have a $5 donation from Streaming Fire, who says, "Hey Kata, SF here. Good luck, man. You got this."
Thanks for the $5, SF. So this cutscene, for some reason, in the English translation, is just completely desynced, and he shoots while the camera is still on the guy, and the guy doesn't get shot, and then like 2 seconds later the camera switches. Like it's a bit weird. So certain cutscenes I can skip like right away after the loading screen, like this one that's coming up. But some of them I have to actually wait, otherwise I would open up the menu instead. So here, as soon as I enter the level, as I press fire, I just press escape to skip the cutscene. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a speedy boost here to skip the entirety of the jungle. There we go.
The satellite shows no enemies in your area.
Alright, cool. So again, this was not the optimal launch. The optimal one would be to get to that train, but it's not that big of a deal. I just want to chill for a bit, so I'm going to open up the console and watch Matador run on his own.
Nice game.
I know, right? I'm gonna quick save just to make sure nothing goes wrong. Then a gate is not really a problem. You also see me like turn around. That's because the fallout of the animation gives you some momentum. So I'm trying to get that momentum forwards so I get a little bit of a speed boost. Here I clip out of bounds and hit a trigger that's extending out of bounds in that cave and this level. So the second part of Chapter 4 is a bit of a tricky one. There is one boost that's like really hard and inconsistent because it depends on getting enough speed to be able to clip through collision. Basically, if I messed up the jump, if you couldn't tell. Basically, if you have enough speed while going midair, you will ignore collision. So what you could do is right at the start of the chapter. I'm not gonna do the jump again. Right at the start of the chapter, what you can do is you can clip into like a little fence, and then off of the fence, you would get enough boost to fly through the cave ceiling and basically to the part where you will end the level. However, it's very inconsistent, so I'm just gonna go around. Like, no one did it in a run yet. There's also not that many people who do runs, but yeah. I'm gonna get rid of these guys because I don't want them to deal damage to me. And now we're gonna do a cool little clip into this fence. It's a similar fence that I would use at the start of the chapter, basically, and bye-bye. On the opposite side of the valley, but vertically, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna quick save again, just in case I got enough speed to actually clip through the floor here. But now we're good, actually. So the quick save feature is really nice in the game. And thanks to the load removal, it becomes really way less punishing than RTA, where if you mess up and you have to quick save and quick load, you lose like 15 seconds. Again, I saved there because I went around the van, and there's actually a death plane if I fell down from the railing. I'm gonna drop down here, I'm gonna hit this trigger to spawn the boss. I said hit this trigger to spawn the boss. Hello? Hit this trigger, there we go. And we just destroy him with Wrecked. So the one tricky thing about this boss is that he can actually just, like, if you don't manage to kill him on the first cycle, he's gonna run away and you have to quick load because he gets to a location where you're not gonna get even with this clip-in technique that we do. And another unskippable cutscene, in which we can see that the main character is actually not human, but instead he's Lord Voldemort. Just wait a second and you will see. So on the boat, we're like all the way back, right? The guy on the very left in the next cut. Look at him. Like, what? Look at the nose. Like, please, this is scary. Alright, so chapter 5 begins right now, and we're going after a guy called Helmut Koch, but English people cannot pronounce it, so they pronounce it a bit differently, if you know what I'm saying. What I'm gonna do here at the start, I'm just gonna kill these enemies so they don't bother me. Like, the enemies in this game feels like don't have a limit where they can shoot you, so sometimes they will just snipe you. Yeah, this will do. Gotta get out of bounds. And basically the optimal thing here would be to get a speedy off of a boat, but it's really inconsistent and also recently found. So I haven't played around with it way too much yet. So instead I'm gonna do the old way, which also gives me some nice downtime to give a couple shoutouts to the people that contributed to this game. So first, shoutouts to Howard, who introduced me to this game. Or the speed game, like I knew the game before. I played it as a teenager, but yeah, never realized that it has so much potential to be such a funny game. And then to other people that contributed, like Strife, Drunkachu, Chops, Ellie, Zephy, Nord as well, who ran the game even before like these insane boosts were found, so shoutouts to him. And yeah, now I'm just like walking out of bounds again, no big deal. This is the villa that I have to get to, so it's quite far from the start of the level. So yeah, the speedy actually has to be like really good in order to reach it. Another thing with certain boosts, especially the speedy ones, again I'm by the way just gonna roll here to avoid fall damage. Gonna take this low jump. But with these speedy boosts, what can also affect them is the speed at which you unpause. We don't really know why, but some boosts like work much better if you just flick really quickly and then unpause. You will go like way further. And that would be the case with the boat one, so that's why I'm also not going for it. Land here and then back in bounds. Okay, one of the couple fights in this game. I'm gonna save because I don't want to lose too much health, as I found out earlier today. I'm gonna use a grenade strat, but I kind of forgot how to do it, so hopefully I didn't mess it up. I did mess it up because this guy is alive, and this guy as well.
Victor, your target is Helmut Koch.
Ah, there you have it. Helmut Koch. Okay, so that was 5-1. That's Helmut, by the way. So in this level, I'm just trying to get to Helmut as fast as possible. I tried to kill that guy, but I missed because I'm bad, but that's okay. I'm gonna clip through this wall because that's... never mind, I said I'm gonna clip through this wall because that's what we do. Again, I'm gonna quick save to make sure that nothing bad happens. As I found out earlier today, there's actually like a... There's an invisible ceiling on top of this area. And if you get a boost that has enough speed, you will clip through that ceiling, which happened to me earlier today twice. And then you cannot get back down because you're on an invisible ceiling. So that's why I just quick save there. Gonna get this shotgun, that's gonna come in handy. I'm gonna kill these blonde enemies, whatever. They're quite tanky, so I'm actually surprised they went that well. And now let's see what Helmut does. So Helmut is being a troll. I'm gonna wait for him to get here and then surprise, I'm dead. God damn it. I didn't realize I was that low. Well, I just got outplayed. Feels bad, man. Okay, let me try this again, okay? It's fine because there's, even if I'm low on HP, there's like there's a healing, there's a painkiller on the ground which I can pick up and then kill him. Now, I have 54 HP, like I should be able to do this with like 20, like I'm surprised I got so destroyed. Maybe he's also using Wrecked. There we go. We got our revenge. Okay, so that was the end of Chapter 5 out of the 6 chapters plus prologue that this game has to offer, which is a bit unfortunate because this run is really, really cool to watch, I think. Chapter 6 has 3 parts, and I'm gonna try to get speedy boosts in all of them. Did I just say it has 3 parts? Yes, okay, yeah, because it does. Okay, never mind. So first I'm gonna get a speedy here. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to quick save and click load, because what I'm doing is when I like get a speedy like this, I use a leap to stop my momentum. I just leap the other way, and that stops my momentum. But if I'm too fast, the leap is just not gonna do anything, and I'm gonna keep on flying. So I had to quick save and quick load to save that. In order to get on these vents, I just chain in another leap, and then keep on rolling to not crash the game and stuff. You know, the usual. Can I drop down? Thank you. I'm gonna pick up these Ingrams for the final boss, because there's a lot of ammo in them. As you know, we basically just shoot out all the ammo. So the more ammo I have for a gun, the better. The higher DPS I'm gonna have. Okay, so this is the second part. I'm gonna try to get a speedy here. Let's see what happens. This one is very inconsistent because there's actually a normal wall and a scaffolding. So I need to get enough speed to clip through both of those walls. Yeah, that's... something happens. Okay, that was not the expected outcome, but I will take it because I gotta get on this boat. I was gonna use a backup strat from the bottom there, but this will do. I was just trying to clip through the invisible wall, but instead I got sent flying. I'll take that, I'll take that. Alrighty, so now we are approaching the last level in the game, which has the first speedy ever that was ever found. It's called the Catapult, because I was the one who found it, so we call it that way. And yeah, this is basically where we figured out that what you need to do to get a speedy boost, you need to let Matador fall down a little bit in the animation, and then clip through the texture. So basically the fact that he's like kind of twisting at the end of that animation allows us to get this like speed also horizontally, not just vertically. I'm gonna save in case I fall down to like a wrong place or something. What the? What? Nice bunny hop. Alright, I'm gonna go back to load the boss, and then we're just gonna go and use the engrams on the boss, and timer soon. Time. Sub 20, that's pretty good. So
this completes the Crash Bandicoot block.
So this is a cutscene. Normally I cannot open up menu, but F1 is like a shortcut to options menu, and then if I go back, I can see like the crosshair and stuff in the cutscene. And that's actually not over yet, because what I can do is I can just shoot the final boss in the cutscene.
You should have told me you're having a personal crisis. I have a proven cure for that.
I can even slow down the time, do the rec technique. I can just shoot out everything. It's yeah. El Matador is one heck of a video game. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Yeah, this was El Matador. Hope you guys enjoyed the last day of the marathon, and this is Catalyst out for now.